has your life changed since you were a constitutional police officer and then a constitutional sheriff, and the fights you've led and the victories you've had? Most of the time when we fight back, we have victories. That's the big secret.
Yeah.
And I just feel sorry for those that are involved in tyranny and rationalize it, because they don't know that it isn't money or treasure or anything that life is about. It is literally about being a servant and being a protector and being a guardian, and that all of us, whether we're a police officer or a sheriff's deputy or a firefighter or a military person or a shopkeeper, we are all guardians, and that we have a job in life to be involved to fight evil, because evil is always in our society. So what has that journey been like for you?
Well, the first thing that I thought of when you said that, and I've even asked that question before, it's been a real roller coaster ride. It has been lots of ups, lots of downs, very exciting. Thrills, thought I was going to die a few times, but my wife has hung with me, and my kids have also, and I've got a good family, and it's brought us all fulfillment. And I've got the respect of my kids because they know that I stood for what I believed in, even though it didn't bring us any money. In fact, it did quite the opposite of that. But this has never been about money. It's been about one thing and one thing only, and that is standing and fighting for what I truly believe in. And this is what it has accomplished personally, is I really feel that I've been able to make a little difference. And the good Lord put me on earth to make a difference. I believe that He's called me to this work, and I'm not going to turn my back on it. I'm not going to stop. I'm only 56 years old. I've got plenty of time left to stand and fight for this holy cause, just as Patrick Henry called it, the holy cause of liberty. We cannot give up. Friends and neighbors and everybody listening to this, do not give up. I've got speaking engagements about this very thing in Texas, where people are inviting their sheriffs and favorite cops and deputies. I've got another one lined up in Ohio. I want to be doing this every weekend, so get on the website, sheriffmack.com. I'm going to try to put my schedule on there so you know. But anyway, give me an email, sheriffmack@hotmail.com. It's on my website. Give me a call. Drop me a line, and let's make this movement. This movement can stop the New World Order, but we have got to get this information out. Get the book for yourself. Get one for your favorite cop, and definitely get one for your sheriff. And let's get this thing rolling.
All right, Sheriff Mack. I would just say this: it isn't just physical courage. All the psychological studies show it's moral courage to admit you've been manipulated, to admit you've been indoctrinated and inculcated. We're not even asking people to think the way we do. Just look at history, look at what you're doing, look at what you're involved in, whether you're a business person or a police officer, whatever it is, and ask if this country's going in the right direction, and ask what you're doing. And all you silly yuppies that giggle and smirk and laugh about all this stuff, I told you the bankers were going to take everything you had because we had their own IMF World Bank documents. You know, this isn't a game. These guys aren't playing patty cake.
No.
The people running this New World Order killed 200+ million people last century, okay? So we don't stand up and fight these creatures, just for fun. We do this because we know that there's no other choice, and it is the best and the most fulfilling thing in the world to just gut up, get past the fear, then you won't have it anymore. Once you go through fear, it's right. Gone. And it is animating, the animating contest of liberty. You aren't living. Bungee jumping, you're not going to find this exhilaration. Partying, having sex, doing drugs, getting drunk. None of that is going to fulfill you. Being rich, being powerful, nothing is going to fulfill you like helping others and knowing what's going on in the world and not being a sucker and a chump. And we just really want to salute you, Sheriff Richard Mack, and we'll talk to you in the near future.
Thanks a lot, Alex, and God bless you, and thanks again for having me on.
Thank you for joining us. Absolutely. I think about how they could set me up, imprison me, how evil the feds are, how evil most of the states are now, and I'm not even worried about it. I worry about my little sweet, dear, darling, angelic children, but, if something bad happens to them, that's the New World Order. That's not me. I put it in God's hands because they have no future and other children have no future if we don't stand up. If we give in to the fear, they win. If we fight, they lose. All you have to do is put yourself in motion. All you have to do is make the commitment to fight tyranny. In small ways, it will grow into great things. Victory is ours. Resistance is victory.